Alright, here's what I have. This is a fan shroud. It's kind of an aftermarket thing, I believe. And the way it works is it goes down literally right up against the radiator, and it came with these little push doohickeys that you push through the radiator, and I don't have any of those, but I've got some plastic ties, whatever you call these things, and I'm thinking I can put these through the radiator and kind of clamp it on. I don't like the way it attaches to the radiator. For one thing, there's a sharp piece of metal here that would go right up against the radiator. It seems to me like that would wear a hole in it. So what I did was I cut me a piece of rubber airline hose, split it, put it over these sharp edges. I'm going to slip this down in there and attempt to get a couple of ties to hold this with this edge, you know, sort of protected from being right up against the hard, you know, the hard part of the radiator. So I'll see if I can get that in place and get the ties in place, and then we'll put this top piece on. Okay, we got that on there and squared away pretty good. I used some of this old air hose. I split it and stuck it in along the cracks here so that you wouldn't have that metal rubbing up against the radiator. And I put these ties through the edges out here so that it's sort of wrapped around the outside tank, not so much around the cooling bars that go across there. And she's snugged in pretty good. For some reason there's a little gap over here, but I think it's just the way this thing is made, but I still think it'll be better than nothing. It'll give him a little bit of a cooling fan shroud there. So that way if he gets stuck in traffic going home, he'll have that, or if he drives it down south in the hot heat. I think I'm going to replace this. This thing is the original equipment one, and I think I'll leave it right there, but it leaks. I think what I'll do is just probably get me an old oil bottle and stick it down there so that there's a real overflow rather than that one, which is real but leaky. He might want to save it just because he might want to try to get an original one, or he might decide to toss it and put an oil can in there. In fact, I might do something like that and just stick that one in the trunk. We'll see. Okay, I left the old overflow bottle right on there, and I just set a Coke can over here. Took the original hose off, just dropped it right down in that Coke can. That'll serve good enough for an overflow, and you know, if he wants to do something else later, he can. It's entirely up to him. It's good enough. Okay, I think the next thing I'll do is maybe I'll get that wiring done inside, get the cigarette lighter thingy working for him, and then we'll see what's next.